Is that it? Are we good? Did we do it? Oh my god. Oh my god. That might be the first time that's actually worked without a hitch. Oh fuck, no sound, really? Hold on, let me just... Wait a minute! Wait a minute, I see what it is that you're doing. I see what it is that you're doing. You're lying to me. You're lying to me, you is. That's not very nice at all. I put my trust in you. I put my trust, my faith. My unbridled attention. And this is how it's repaid. You really think someone would do that? Go on the internet and tell lies? I am to think that that may or may not be the case. Lying on the internet is my job. That's what I do. Oh well. At least everything went through fine. That's the important thing. That's the important thing. Nope, I lied. That's the button I meant to press. That's the one. Good evening. What's poppin'? How we doing? It's been a while, hasn't it, gang? It's been a while. Listen, I'm a busy man. I got very many important things to do. You know, I've got emails to send, and that's just kind of it, really. I'm an emailer. Oh my god, my hair looks so different. Thank you. I have done absolutely nothing to it. Actually, that's a lie. I've started using hairspray, which is a big new revolution for me. Contrary to popular belief, I wasn't the biggest hairspray guy. Hairsprayman, if you will. Nope, we won't. I wasn't the biggest hairspray guy, but I'm getting into it. Gives me a bit of extra lift. Gives me a better oomph. I also probably look different because the camera's like... I've got a slight upwards angle going on. Normally it's like... down. I don't know what I'm saying. This is the kind of fit I would wear if I didn't hate everything about my body. Me too. And yet I'm here. Let that be my lesson to you. Just go for it. Just do it. Shoot from the hip. Take no prisoners. That's what I say. It's 2 a.m. here and I have to work in like 5 hours. 3 coffees, no sleep. There's my advice to you. Don't actually do that. 3 coffees... 3 coffees, no sleep is not a very good life mantra, but it's so satisfying to say. Anytime my back's up against the wall and I'm like, you know, hurtling... Anytime I have to get up at like 2 o'clock in the morning for work, or anytime I have to like... Anytime I just like really need to drag myself up into action, that's what I tell myself. 3 coffees, no sleep, let's go. Don't actually do that, though. It's just a satisfying thing to yell. Surgery recovery is great, I don't have to do anything. Hell yes! We love having excuses for not having to do things. That's literally like the best thing that could ever happen to me. Like, anytime something happens outside of my control that either cancels my plans or renders me unable to go outside and do anything, I'm good. I am physically incapable of not doing anything. I need to be moving constantly all the time or I will die. I'm like a shark. So when outside circumstances prevent me from doing anything, I can finally rest. And it's not my fault. Like, I don't have to blame myself. I can just kick back, chillax, and I'm fine. I'm good. Hello, hello, hi, how are y'all doing? Hello, everyone. 4 coffees, no sleep, that's right. I've been doing nothing today but playing Space Marine 2. God, YouTube user Stygian, I wish that were me. I want to play Space Marine 2 so bad, you literally have no idea. Like, I I was one of those chumps that was, like, waiting forever for that game. Kind of. I was waiting far less than a lot of other people because I didn't know that it existed until, like, 2 weeks before it came out, because I'm behind the times and I don't know what's cool or hip anymore. But I was so excited for it to come out, and it can't run on my computer, so... I'm so upset. I'm so upset. I wanna pretend to be a big blue spaceman running around blowing up aliens. Is that too much to ask? I don't think it is. Chaotic Gremlin hours. Not for me. For me, it's a reasonable hour. It's like 5:07 p.m. and I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Okay. Yeah, it has been a little bit of time since I have jumped on the internet and done a little stream. But that's because I've been, as Nickelback would say, so far away. So far away. I've been very far away, back in my home country of Australia. But now I'm back. And I am now completely able to make a fool of myself on the internet again. I can't say words. Clearly nothing has changed. Yo, Metal Penguin 50, what's happening? I got my dudes all done up as Imperial Fists. God, I wish that were me. I feel like if I wasn't already, like, semi-stuck on the Blue Boys, I feel like Imperial Fist would be my go. I feel like all the Space Marines are so, like, hell-bent on, like, rushing into danger and blowing stuff up. The Imperial Fists are like, no, you come to me. I'm gonna sit right here. And I think that's pretty cool. Because I like sitting on my butt. Should I try getting into Warhammer? I'm already very deep into LEGO, Star Trek, Doctor Who, and poor as anything. Well, I mean, hey, if you like LEGO, Star Trek, and Doctor Who, I have no idea whether or not you like Warhammer 40,000. I feel like those things are all very disconnected. It could be possible that you could like all of those things. Like, I feel like it could be possible, but the correlation between, you know, those kinds of, like, classic sci-fi universes and whatever the fuck is going on in the 41st millennium is, like... There's not a lot of connective tissue apart from the fact that it happens in space sometimes. And it's also weirdly connected to the past. Like, they all have swords and shit. Just finished painting Agrax Agator for my salamanders. Hell yes! YouTube user Cass. I know that man because one of the paints is named after him. Agrax Earthshade. That's the only reason. That's the only way I know any character in Warhammer lore. I paint all my models with Perturabo Pink. I don't think Perturabo's pink. But it was a P sound that I needed at a moment's notice, as I so oft tend to do. What's your zodiac sign? Vanessa Bakura? I don't know. That's a lie. I do know. It's the Scorpion one. I'm a November baby, which means my birthday is coming up very soon, and I'm having an existential crisis about that. But that's normal. I'm at the age now where getting a year older is like I'm like done through all of the important birthdays. So like now birthdays for me are just like another brick in the road. You know what I mean? You know, like I turned 10 not too long ago, and it's like, hey, double digits, that's great. You know, I turned 15, and then it's like, okay, you're, like, officially a teenager now, like, that's the thing. I turned 18, and then it's like, woo, you're an adult. I turned 20, and it's like, yeah, you know, officially an adult again, but for real this time. I turned 21, and it's like, hey, you can drink in the United States, even though that's not where you live. We still think that's a date that's memorable for some reason. And then after that, it's just kind of like, oh, I'm getting older. I'm getting older, and the numbers don't really matter that much anymore. Huh. Anyway, my birthday is on November 1st, and I expect you all to buy me things. I think Star Trek and Warhammer being similar is a bit of a stretch. I also think that. I mean, Star Trek is literally about, like, hey, we're in space now, so obviously you know, we have open minds, and, like, we're all very smart. We've advanced as a society. Warhammer is like, ah, yes, we're in space now. Back to the Dark Ages. I love putting on foundation. It makes me look like a ghost for a little bit, and I just sort of have to be content with that. The only important age to me is 17 because Heather's reference. Hell yes, Stygian. I don't know what that means. I have once again, popular culture has been referenced in my presence, and I do not know. I do not know. It's kind of it, really. Not to get political, but should I order Taco Bell? YouTube user Silly Goose. I'm gonna let it go one time. But I think you should also Taco Bell. You should order Taco Bell. You should mostly do it because I can't. Like, I don't think they exist here. Here in Canada. Does Canada have Taco Bell? I hope not. I feel like that will be dangerous for me. Then again, I don't think I've ever had Taco Bell. We're starting to get it in Australia, though. When I was off in Australia for my little gallivant that I just finished, I was driving out to meet some friends of mine who were like, they're sort of living, it's sort of like out in the outer suburbs, like Australia is kind of Australia as a society is just kind of expanding outwards because we have the room to do that. Like, we haven't, used up all of the space in our continent by any means. So I went out to the outer suburbs, and it's so weird because it's like absolutely nothing, and then the most pristine facilities you've ever seen in your entire life because the facilities have just been created, sort of thing. So I'm like out here and I'm like, oh, there is literally farmland. That is a sheep over there. And on the other side of the road is a Taco Bell. We don't have Taco Bells in this country. That's how revolutionary and new it is. So we're slowly getting Taco Bell. Taco Bell, best fast food. I miss it every day. There are a few. Yes! They're just far away. No! Damn it. Okay, but, like, would Canadian Taco Bell be, like, true Taco Bell? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like whether or not Taco Bell in Canada and Taco Bell in America is the same thing would be a heated online debate that I may or may not have seen or want to get a part of. Like, that feels like an argument, that feels like a debate to me that would have, like, a lot of strong opinions on both sides. Taco Bell is in the UK for some reason. They got everything over there. How does the UK get Taco Bell before Canada? Well, I guess it's much easier to have a higher density of Taco Bells in a much smaller land mass. There's probably more Taco Bells here, even though they're, like, few and far between, just because there's so much fucking land. Maybe they're all up in the mountains. Has anyone checked? I feel like Australia and Canada are very similar in the sense that both countries just have, like, a lot of space that just isn't being used. You know what I mean? Like, Canada has the mountains, and Australia just has, like, everything that's slap bang in the middle of it. First it was Taco Bell, then it was Popeyes. Popeyes is new to me. That doesn't have the cultural cut through as Taco Bell. Will you adopt me? No, I will not. YouTube user Sticks. I'm not ready for that level of commitment. I've already adopted a dog, and even that's too much for me sometimes. What am I supposed to do? Love and care for this thing forever? Yes? Awesome. We have something called Taco John's. In Australia, we have something called Taco Bill. B-I-L-L. That's our cheap little knockoff. It's not even a cheap little knockoff. Like, it's not like, I think it's a chain restaurant because I've seen a couple of them, but it's not like a quick service chain restaurant. Taco Bill is like, I don't know too much about it, but all I know is that you get in there to get, like, fucking smashed. Like it's just tequila until the end of time. Anybody who goes into a taco bill does not come out standing. Either because you're drunk off your ass, or you've gotten the shit kicked out of you from one way or another. Roman King says 12 for us. Oh, fuck. There's way less space than I thought there was. There ain't nothing to twirl. I'm expected to be, like, fucking chest up from this angle. These are fucking pajama pants. What do you want from me? That's a really cool outfit. Thank you, question mark, Gabe. Gabe? That's how I pronounce that. Cute outfit. Thank you, Frosty Tips ASMR. I appreciate that. There is, of course, the UK classic off-brand fried chicken shop. I'm assuming that's the name. And if that's the case, wild! Hello, hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is doing well, too. YouTube user Dan. Because I am doing well. It's been a while, but I think I'm like fully recovered from my Australia trip now. Like, it was really nice to go see my home country for a little bit. But you know what? It's also good to be back in like my new home. You know what I mean? I like your shirt. Thank you, Dan Mattis. I like it too. I actually left this shirt behind in Australia, and I took it back with me. Because I was able to visit my family home and, like, steal a bunch of the clothes that I left behind. But not all of them. There was like a really cool, not leather, but I had this really, like, cool, like, black jacket that I used to wear. Excuse me. I feel like there was this jacket that I used to have back at home. It was... My favorite kind of jacket are the jackets that, like, go down to, like, the top of your thighs, like the shotgun jacket. That's the good shit. And I had one of those that was, like, fucking shiny, like a fucking Matrix outfit. And I wasn't able to take that with me because it took up too much space. And I still had too much, so I couldn't bring it back with me. Still sad about it. It's probably going to the op shop. Welcome back home, homie. Thank you, CB. It's good to be back. Good to be back online. Thoughts on furries? We love furries in this house. And I won't hear anything bad against them. They're just living their best life. I had KFC recently, and it made me realize I kind of don't like KFC. I feel like that's valid. I have no tangible memories of partaking in the FC of K. Ugh, don't like describing it like that. I think the only time I've ever had KFC was when I was actually, like, smashed out of my mind one night. And I feel like that's the appropriate time to have that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we're not like getting our family out and like going out for a nice fun family dinner at our local KFC. That's what you do at Red Rooster. And if you don't understand what that means, you're missing out. Furry wedding at PAX Oz went so hard. It did. I love the fact that there was a furry wedding at PAX Australia. The convention that I went to. Unfortunately, I was not able to see it because I was in a different room at the time. Which is a shame, because I would have liked to see the furry wedding. They know how to party. Nice. Alright. But yeah, PAX Oz was super fun. Like, it was a show that, like, it's one of my favorite conventions to go to. Mostly because it's one of the only conventions, well, one of the only big conventions that they have, back in my home country of Melbourne. Like, Melbourne has a lot of other conventions. Like, they have, you know, Comic-Con and some other, like, local pop culture conventions. But I feel like the pop culture, the conventions they have in Melbourne, I'm not sure about other states, but in Melbourne especially, it's, like, they just feel pretty small. Like, I feel like if you're going to Comic-Con in Australia, like, the only thing there really is to do there is buy stuff or get an autograph from, like, the Red Power Ranger, who's, like, the height of celebrity that we tend to get over there. I mean, you say that, but there are also people out there who very much enjoy the Red Power Ranger. I remember I used to, like, table at conventions back in Australia when I used to do more, like, art and drawing and stuff. I'd sell, like, posters and books and prints. At my first ever convention that I ever tabled at, I was literally getting set up. It was on my first day. I had no idea what to expect. I was stressed out of my mind. One of the first people who come up to my table is, like, this old couple. Like, a man and a woman, like, clearly 60 to 70, like, super old. And the first one, the man sort of comes up to me, and he asks me, do you know where to get autographs from the Red Power Ranger? And I said, no, I don't work here, so I do not have that information on hand. And he frowns, looks me dead in the eye, and goes, well, you're useless then, aren't you? And walked off. And from the distance, I heard his wife say, that wasn't very nice. And I feel like there's a universe where that would destroy me to a molecular level. But for some reason, it really invigorated me. Like, oh, that's a crazy person. I'm about to have a wild weekend. And I did. Tabling at conventions is fun. I definitely miss doing it, but I do not miss the work that it requires. You ever been to Del Taco, where I lived in Las Vegas? I had so many here in Texas. I have never been to a Del Taco. I do not know if that's an emporium that I have access to. Someone random went up to my dad and told him he had terrible hair. That's what I love about comic conventions. Anything can happen. Well, I don't love that people could be mean at them, but I guess that's just life. Hey, YouTube user Ben Booth, thanks so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Here, have some overdraft money, bankrupting myself one mini at a time. You know what? I appreciate that. But also, I think you should make better financial decisions. I don't know what overdraft money is, but it doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound like something you should be spending. I enjoy the fact that you're spending it on me. It makes me feel all special and sparkly on my insides. Should probably get that checked. But also, I'm just a little guy vibing out. So I appreciate you, Ben Booths. Thank you. Props to you for being you. The young Apollo, there is nobody else I could be. Ooh. I made that way too big. I, like, stuck the lid all the way out. Almost shot it right out of the pen. Where did you get your shirt from? Princess Twinkle Toad? I do not remember. I think this might have been, like, a weird online buy. See, the problem is that, A, I can never remember where I buy half of my shirts from, because my memory is terrible, and 2, anytime I, like, do manage to remember where I got something from, and I can tell someone about it in great detail, it's always gone. Like, it's either out of stock, doesn't exist anymore, one thing or another. It's just... it's a mess, man. I swear, every time, like, I've got this really, like, sick-ass belt that's got some, like, belt bags on the side of it. If you've seen any of my, like, fashion shorts, you've probably seen it because I wear it all the goddamn time. And that's the one I remember. It's the Killstar New Wave belt. I'm so close to stabbing myself in the face with this. It's the Killstar New Wave belt. It's one of my favorite belts. And every time I tell people, yes, this is the New Wave belt, I bought it at Berserk, and it's a great time, you should buy it, always out of stock. The one thing I can remember. Just found your channel from the Crisis videos. Hugs from Brazil. Hell yes. Ariel Goy. That is also a good country to be from. I'm glad people enjoyed the video, the Crisis video, because, like, I really want to start, Hey, Ben Booth, thanks for the £2. Just means I got none left and it's the bank's money. Look, okay, well, shit, if I'm taking a bank's money, that's great. Fuck banks. I actually don't hold many... Are banks good? I mean, sort of need them, don't we? I'm not a sociologist. But yeah, I'm glad people were enjoying the Crisis video that I posted. Because, like, one thing I'm trying to do this year, which you can sort of see in some of my gameplay videos that I'm doing, is that I'm trying to, like... I really want to make a pointed effort to, like, play games from the last 5, 10 or so years ago that are, like, not exactly classics, but they're still good. Like, you might have seen that some of my gameplay videos that I've been doing have been, you know, X game is still good, and, like, the reason I want to do that is because there's a lot of games that have come out that aren't necessarily, like, classics or universally beloved, but sort of just get swept under the radar, or, like, forgotten about in a couple of years. Like, there's been a lot of, like, big franchise games that come out, and, like, you play them for a bit, but then there's a new one in 2 years, and then you're just like, oh, fuck this old thing. It's still good. This is fucking useless. It's not doing anything. What country is this, and why are all the cute boys and girls from there? It's an excellent question, YouTube user Stygian. Stygian? Yeah. If Willem Dafoe and Freddie Mercury had a baby. I feel like it's more, slutty Freddy Krueger. I just need the hat. I just need the hat. What inspired the fit today? YouTube user can't think of a name. I wanted to wear this shirt because I left it in my home country of Australia, and I just went back and I brought it back with me. So I was like, I want to make the most out of this because I like it, and I haven't had it for over a calendar year. I'll be completely honest, you remind me of Sid Barrett. Unscrupulous window pane? I don't know who that is. So I'm going to take it as a compliment. English or Aussie? I am Australian. Born and raised, baby. Currently living in Canada, though. I'm kind of a traitor in that regard. I'm kind of a traitor in that regard. Okay, this pencil's working now. I guess my other one is like a bit more like dried out. Can you dry out a pencil? I don't know how that works. Oh. Oh. Okay, I gotta put like some pressure on it though. Hey Ethan, has anyone ever told you that you look like Blorgus McGingle? Come on. He was cancelled ages ago. I like your nails. Thank you, Princess Twinkletoes. I painted them yellow because the big video game convention that I went to, its primary color scheme is yellow, and I haven't repainted them since. So, I'm also making them look really weird on purpose, because that's something I can do. I need to repaint them because they were all pretty chipped, but I feel like yellow is an underrated color. It's not one that I use very frequently. Okay. I need absolute focus while I do this so I don't stab my eyeball. Is that working? Is that working? Can we see that? It's a little bit more defined. Hey, Ethan, question for you. How to mask after shave shade and prevent whatever shade problems with the skin that show themselves? In terms of, like, shaving and, like, body hair and stuff like that, I find that it's really good to invest in an electric razor. That's been my big thing. I know they can be pretty expensive sometimes. Like, they'll cost, like, $100 or more if you want a good one. But I find that for someone like me who likes to be clean-shaven, a good electric razor, like, really just pays for itself if you're using it pretty much every day. Like, I used to do the whole, like, traditional razor thing, but, like, for me, my hair grows so thick that, like, literally, like, a day after I shave with a razor, like, I'll be fine, and then it'll start stubbling, but it won't stubble enough that I can shave it again. Like, if I'm just using, like, straight razors every day on my face, then it just destroys my skin. But an electric razor, I feel like, if you get a proper good one, it works. It's like nice, it's good for your skin, it's exfoliating, I'm told. And it's really good. What? What's this? Huh?
You sit on the eyeliner.
You want me to set the eyeliner on fire?
That's what we did back in the 2000s. You set it on, like, the tip. But don't put it on till it's cool. Put it on when it's cool.
So I just light it on fire like this?
Light the tip on fire. But not forever, just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. And, like let it melt a little bit.
Okay,
Here, give it to me.
Yeah, you've given me an implement that, like, sets things on fire. I'm scared.
Give it to me.
I'm scared.
Give it to me.
Light it on fire for me. I'm seeking professional help here. I feel... At the very least, if we burn our house down, then...
Do it with your finger to make sure it's not...
Okay. So we've melted the pencil, and supposedly that should make it better to put on my eyeball. I'm scared. I am also scared. YouTube user Morg Anna. Ethan burns his house down live on stream. See, that's the problem. I do that. Okay, well, it seems fine. Ethan, how did you not know that? I don't know anything, okay? I'm scared. It's gonna burn my eyeballs. I'm gonna go blind. I'm gonna be rendered blind. Ow. Okay. Alright, okay. I see the vision. I also see... Oh, no, I stabbed myself in the eye a little bit. Oh, God. Ambaddy did the guy's job. Yes, everyone give a round of applause for YouTube user Ambaddy. She's the smart one. I'm just the yapper. Okay. Oh shit, yeah, that's way better. Okay, alright, shit, okay. Alright, my under eyes are done then. Ugh. Oh. Thank you, Ambaddy. We all chant. Yes, 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 yes. Eyeliner, especially the wax, its pens ones have a waxy texture, so when you melt it, it applies a little smooth with better pigment. And now I know. And knowing is half the battle. I might go up and, like, redo that later. But for now, it looks pretty good. Looking fresh. Thank you, YouTube user the Chunda Fins. Internet famous game developer, the Chunder Finns. Everyone go play Hazelnut Hex. Using whatever smoke residue is there to renew cheap eyeliner. Okay, alright. Gonna try and sleep for now. Get out of here, Artemis Potter. It's always good to hang out. I'm a hanger. Nope, let's not do that. Be careful with the pencil. Listen, the amount of times I have stabbed myself in the eye with... I mean, no, normally when I... Listen, I've actually, like, not really stabbed myself in the eye with eyeliner all that much. What I have done, though, is using, like, the ink eyeliner, I have accidentally gotten some of that ink on the whites of my eyes. And so I just have this, like, little black dot that's, like, floating around like the fucking Venom symbiote. And it's scary, and I don't like it. And it makes me scared. I get hit with the realization that I need to learn makeup. Nobody needs to learn makeup. Nobody needs to. But it can be pretty cool. Think about that. Alright, what am I doing? Okay, I've got that. My chin does this weird thing when I look down. Okay, now I'll do a bit of eyeshadow. Bit of shadow on the eyes. Why not? Cobra Commander cosplay when? I don't know who that is. But I'm going to assume they look nice. Because otherwise that would be a mean thing to say. And I don't like it when people are mean to me. So I pretend they're all nice. I believe we call that being Delulu. Or so the children say. I mean, the ideal scenario is that I have someone to do my makeup for me. Honestly, the ideal scenario is that somebody out there is doing everything for me at all times. I want a butler, is what I'm trying to say. Hey, Jessica Star, thank you for the heart. My favorite emoji. No, that's a lie. I think my favorite emoji is, like... My favorite emoji is honestly pensive face. I use that all the fucking time. Mostly sarcastically. If I use the pensive face emoji, I'm never truly pensive. You have beautiful eyes. Thank you, Lauren Sullivan. Stop. A bronze shimmer would look amazing. I think that was true also. I normally like to put a little bit of, like a brown shade underneath my eyes to sort of, like, elevate them slightly. That's what I'm gonna do. Might I suggest this emoji combo? See, I feel like you know what? I'm gonna be a little bit controversial here. I don't like melty face emoji. I'm not a fan. I feel like people who use melty face emoji... Okay, first of all, there's two contexts in which you use emojis. One is Microsoft Teams and Slack, and second one is everywhere else. Those two different environments are completely different when it comes to the meanings of emojis. Like, there is a default emoji in Slack, like the business communication software. One of the default reaction emojis is the eyes emojis. And in the world of business, that means looking into this. However, if you reacted eyes emoji to literally anybody's message anywhere else on the internet, the subtle implication is that you want to see their boobs. But between those two environments, it is a completely different thing. So if I ever accidentally react to someone's post with eyes emoji, just I'm using it in the Slack context. No. I wouldn't use it in the Slack context either. It feels very passive-aggressive. It's like, hey, can I get some help with this? My favorite emoji is alien. We love alien emoji in this house. hand, best emoji combo for me. I love that one too. You should try using a purple or dark navy blue mascara to go over the black. I do love purple. Like, purple is one of my favorite, it's one of my favorite, eyeshadows to use. But I think I'm gonna go for, like, a little bit of a red today to match me shirt. Just to match me shirt. Yeah, I know, I'm smudging it with my fingers. I'm not supposed to do that. Sue me. Have you played Kill Team? Joel Gonzalez? I have not. I almost could. I had the opportunity to do it in Australia, but I simply was not able to. And that, to me, is... That's unfortunate to me. Because I just simply did not have the time. And it is one of my deepest regrets. God, my computer's broken. What am I doing? Oh my god, I finally made it to another stream. Hello! YouTube user Xenia. What's poppin'? Have a wonderful night, Neptor. It was good to see you. Good to have you around. Huh. Doing the under eye stuff is always like such a pain, because like, again, I feel like I'm gonna stab myself in the eyes. I wear purple eyeshadow, my eyes are green, mix it with a liquid highlighter. Hell yes! Mwah! That's a good color combination. Then I feel like any color can work, really. Like, I'm not picky when it comes to color. Like, I feel like, for me, if you lean into it enough, you can make it work. Just the sheer confidence of it, I think, is what I look for. Freddy Cougier? Yeah. Pax was busy and the Kill Team guy got sick. Yeah, I know. I still haven't forgiven him for that. Gotta leave to lock in for the Gabriel fight and Ultra Kill. You do that. I still need to play Ultra Kill. I tried playing Ultra Kill like once on my Steam Deck, and immediately I was like, oh, I need a full keyboard and mouse setup for this. Like, I'm not playing this on a handheld with a gyroscope aim. Are you freaking kidding me, man? Under no circumstances. Absolutely untenable. No thank you. Get out of here, C. Have a wonderful evening. Oh, wherever it is. I don't know how time works. I have Steam now, so I can actually play Ultra Kill. Hell yeah! Another body into the PC gaming entourage. I really like this palette. It's a really nice palette. Although half of the colors have got, like, skunked around because it was in my bag. Blue Sky superiority. Yeah, I've been using Blue Sky a lot. Like, you know, the new Twitter. Well, the new Twitter of the day, anyway. I feel like this one's got some sticking power, though. You know what I mean? Do you play video games? I do! YouTube user Mr. Yummer VR. I love video games. I try to upload little, like, YouTube little gaming videos every other day. Not every other day, like every other week. I'm having fun playing fun little YouTube games. I just like making dumb little videos. Play Cult of the Lamb? I want to play Cult of the Lamb, honestly. If only to support some good Australian indie developers. That game's Australian, did you know? It's the backbone of our economy. It truly is. Okay, there we go. Okay. Shit, I've immediately forgotten which red I've used. There's like 2 reds side by side. Did I use Allure or did I use Temptress? I think I used Allure, so I'm just going to go with that. Are you currently playing D&D? I am. YouTube user Morgana. Well, we play once a month, and we've obviously had a little bit of a break because I was in another country. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I fucking love Dungeons and Dragons, man. We're not going to be able to play D&D, you know, this month, considering, you know, we got some outages. So instead, I'm going to show all my friends how to paint miniatures. I'm going to put on a little tutorial, a little masterclass, if you will. I'm going to put on a little masterclass, and it's going to be great. I mean, we're all going to have a fun time. It's going to take us 8 calendar hours, and we're going to do good work. Waiting for my Tumblr moves to get blue sky so they can make my feed for me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really, like, I've been using Blue Sky for a little bit now. And I must say, the psychic damage of going from social media feeds, wherein I have 15,000, 35,000, 77,000 followers, and being like, oh, I have 100 followers on New Twitter 2.0. You know what? Yeah, maybe I'm not as a bit. Maybe I'm just a weird little guy on the internet. Maybe I need to remember that sometimes. No, but it's been fun. It's been fun having a social media that's actually just like, hey, here's actually kind of content that you'd be interested in seeing, and not necessarily like, hey, here's a bunch of ads or like people trying to sell you shit. You know what I mean? Like maybe when the ads come in, that'll screw everything around, but you know. Nice fit. Thank you, YouTube user Miku's Vegetable Juice. I like it too. I play Pathfinder. You're so valid, YouTube user K.A. Cleveland. I used to have, like, superficial beef with Pathfinder players. Like, I would, in my tormented youth, I would kind of make fun of Pathfinder players a little bit. I'd be like, oh, what the fuck are you playing Pathfinder? It's just D&D with extra steps. Like, ugh. It's so, like, complicated. You gotta check, like, 3 things. But you gotta make a willpower test. And then I actually started reading into, like, all of the rules of Pathfinder and seeing, like, how modular it is and, like, seeing all the crazy character builds you can do. And then I was like, okay, I you know what? These guys are onto something. Maybe it's just because, like, the group of people who played Pathfinder at my university smelled bad. But really, you could say that about half of the nerd groups at tertiary education institutions. You know what I mean? Like, I was doing a group project, and I had to, like, book a meeting room in the library, and we used it directly after a bunch of players from the Pathfinder Club were finishing up their game. And that room smelled bad. And I think I've just subconsciously, like, put in my mind that that's what Pathfinder players are like. And maybe that's a bias that I need to examine. Maybe. Me too, I was so resistant, and then I played it was actually like, this is nice, I can make the character match the person I'm playing. Hell yes! We all do smell, though. Well, as long as you know that going into it, I feel like that's better. I feel like if we know that, that's fine. It's the funk of math. Yeah, and see, that's what I've sort of found, that, like, now that I'm, like, more into D&D and, like, know how the gameplay mechanics work and everything like that, I'm like, oh, this is just, like, more crunchier mechanics? Okay. I see the vision. I smell, but I don't play Pathfinder. Well, nobody's perfect. I will say, though, like, speaking of nerd shit, I got, like, a bunch of, I got like a bunch of, what do you call it, magic cards at PAX this year. Because I basically just like was able to like take a whole bunch for free. So I just have like I just got like a couple of boxes of starter packs. And yeah, I guess I need to learn how to play Magic the Gathering now. Should I just do it anyway? Hell yes, play Pathfinder. Do it up. All I know about Magic is the Phyrexians. Yeah, that was literally like I opened... so I got like a bunch of like booster packs for Magic, and like I have enough to make like 20 more billion decks now. I opened up the first pack, and it was an entire like booster pack of like Phyrexians, or like Pyrexians, or Flimmelumadigalongs, or however it is you pronounce it. And immediately, like, the first card that I looked at... Hold on, I got a picture of it. I'll read you the description of the first ever card that I pulled in, Magic the Gathering. It was the Progenitor Exarch. When the Progenitor Exarch enters the battlefield, incubate 3x times. To incubate 3, create an incubator token with 3+1/+1 counters on it, and... 2 in a circle, transform this artifact. It transforms into a 0/0 Phyrexian artifact creature. Weird little back symbol. Transform target incubator token you control. I don't know what the fuck any of that means, but I'm excited to learn. Incubate? Yeah, that's, I don't know what, like, I feel like that's a gameplay mechanic that exists that I should know about beforehand. Oh shit, it's the Warhammer Orc guy? That's me! That's what I'm known for, apparently. It's crazy, the amount of people who came up to me at PAX and was like, "You're the Orc guy!" I'm like, yep. That's what I am. That's my thing. Best magic trick is the infinite mana goblin combo. You can't just say things like that, because now I'm going to have to look that up. And I feel like that's going to be like a whole rabbit hole for me. You know what I mean? You know? Dope, I played Commander for a while. I don't know what that means, but apparently a lot of people play Commander. I guess. I don't know what it means to play Commander, but I feel like... I think my local game store does, like, a Commander night. So maybe I'm gonna have to learn what that's like. Haha, I'm sorry, you know the Art of the Cat guy? That's right, I have a name. And it is artofthecat.youtube.com. That is my full legal Christian name that I was given at birth. Ethan is just... It's just something that's easy to pronounce. Trench Crusade is cool, though. It's Warhammer, but woke. Hell yes! Trench Crusade looks... like, I appreciate what Trench Crusade is doing. Probably not a game for me. It's a little bit too, like, grotesque. But, like, that's also what it's trying to be. You know what I mean? Balloons boy. Emo. That's right. My FLGS has Commander Night. They've got nearly every TCG they stock. Hell yes. I should probably, like, check out more, like, game nights in my local area. I've got, There's a sort of local place to me that does, like, a video game trivia night that I think we're gonna check out in the new year or whenever it's on again. Just to get out in our local area, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, my wonderful partner and I, you know, we've been in the country for, like, a year now, and, like, now we're, like, properly settled in, you know? So I feel like the next 12 months is just gonna be, like, a fuck ton of adventures, and I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that. Do you watch Has Been Hotel? I don't. That's not a show that appeals to me. Which is a fact I'm sure might surprise some people. For obvious reasons. Trench Crusade is so fucking cool. Hell yes. I feel like Warhammer's cool and all, but one thing I'm very excited for is that I just bought a whole bunch of resin minis from this local place in Australia. Here, fucking check this shit out. Check this out. It's absolutely not gonna focus. Absolutely not gonna focus on this, and that's fine. No, it did! Look at this cool little guy right here. He's an orc, but like a more traditional one. He's got like hair and like fucking all that shit. I'm very excited to paint up some of these bad boys. And yep, there we go. Back in focus. So like I'm trying to like toe the line between, you know, yeah, I've got to work on Warhammer because like that's what, you know, I make Warhammer content and things like that, and you know, that's, you know, been something that people enjoy from me, but also I got some fucking like dwarves, man. Focus in. Yeah, look at this fucking dwarf right here. Look at this dwarf. The lighting's awful because it's pointed at my face, but like, yeah, I just bought a whole bunch of like cool new minis that I'm also looking to paint as well. What's the music in the background? The music in the background that I am listening to is the original soundtrack for the video game Hard Space Shipbreaker. I literally downloaded this soundtrack to listen to on the plane home because I was like, oh, I'm gonna, like, I just need like some new music to listen to, so I like added some albums so that I can listen to them offline on Spotify. And immediately I was like, holy shit, this soundtrack rocks. I love like country music and like sci-fi space music, and this is a mix of the two of them, and it makes me wanna join a dubious corporation in the year 3005 and fly off into space and probably die. Which is apparently what the game is about. Hello, Mr. Chuckleman. That's me. Odd Space mentioned. Hell yes! I bought it, and so now I can play it. It's gonna be great. Why didn't YouTube notify me that you're live? Probably because I haven't done it in a while, and it hates me and you, YouTube user Snick. I'm sorry you had to hear about it from me. That's what YouTube thinks. They told me. Nah. Ethan, you need to play mouth washing and let me watch. That is a strange sentence to read, but maybe I will. I've seen a lot of people talk about mouth washing, and I don't get it, because it's one of those games that people talk about in the sense of like, hey, you have to play this game, but also you're not allowed to look up anything about it, and I'm not going to tell you anything about it, but you have to play it immediately. And I feel like the difficult thing for me there is that, like, okay, so what kind of game is it? Horror. Well, but, you know, if enough people are saying that you should play it, maybe it can be like a content thing, I don't know. I'm so bad at, like, playing games that are, like, you know, popular or in vogue either. You know what I mean? But I am also very, very easily pressured into things. Hi, hello, YouTube user Chloe Wall. What's poppin'? I've started getting some metal resin minifigures from my local game store. Hell yes. I've always been interested in metal figures. Like that, like to me, like I don't get metal figures because I'm like this can't be good. Like, this can't be better than, like, I feel like plastic would just be, like, better to use. But you know what? I might just be thinking about that because I got, like, an exclusive, like, metal minifig from a Games Workshop when I was like 12. Like they were doing a free mini promotion where they straight up gave you like a metal Space Marine. And I feel like today that Space Marine would be some like sought after prize because I remember it being really special at the time and like a limited time thing. And so they gave it to me and I'm like, wow, I'm going to paint every piece of this power armor in different colors and I'm going to base coat none of it. I'm not allowed to have nice things. How are you doing? I'm doing well, YouTube user Chloe Wall. It's good to be back. It's good to be back home. It's good to be back online. It's good to be hanging out. Have you played Castle Crashers? I have played Castle Crashers a very long time ago. And I also have it installed on my Steam Deck, so I can play it some more, potentially. I installed it for the plane to play on, like, my flight back from Australia, but I never got around to it. I just played a lot of Bloons Tower Defense 6. And Dusk, for some reason. Are you going for Sexy Freddy Krueger as just a coincidence? Entirely coincidental. I lost access to this shirt because it was back in my home country of Australia, but I just came back from there, so I managed to steal it back. And now it's mine again. Realizing that if I want to play Imperial Fist, I have to paint yellow. Yeah, if you're gonna play Imperial Fists, just base coat it yellow. Just get the spray, like, set yourself up right, you know what I mean? What do you think of Halloween, Mr. Shuckleman? I like Halloween the normal amount. I'm not one of those people who gets, like, super, you know, Halloween hyped. Halloween wasn't really a big thing in Australia, for me at least. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like... Like, I never really did trick-or-treat. I went trick-or-treating, like, once as a kid. And even as a child, you know, I sort of had the implicit understanding of, like, oh, nobody wants me to do this. Like, I am knocking on people's houses, asking them for candy, and they are giving it to me because they know that this is a neighborhood with kids, but I can see in their eyes that they don't want me here doing this. This is like a fast that they are putting up because it would be rude not to. And then everyone also just kind of stopped doing that, so... That's kind of the thing. Yeah, I don't have the closest relationship to Halloween. Like, I'll probably make a super scary, sexy outfit video or something, I don't know, and that'll be it for me. I've got a cool skull mask I can use in my cupboard. I have no light on this mirror whatsoever. I can see my eyes, and that's about it. Ah! Alright. Buddy, you're gaining weight. Time to start cutting again. I just came back from holiday. I know. You're gaining weight again. I just came back from a fucking holiday. Like, you think I don't know that? That's the point. I was on holiday for 3 weeks meeting people I haven't seen in over a calendar year. You think I wasn't out there eating a fucking restaurant meal, like, literally twice a day for 14 calendar days? I know. Ow. That hurt. Always hate doing the waterline. Yep, me too. I've stabbed my eyes too many times to count. No, I haven't really stabbed my eyes, but what always happens to me is that I'll, like, have it down, and I'll be, like, putting eyeliner on the waterline, and then a little bit of, like, the lead will, like, pop off, and then, like, scoop in to, like, there, and go, like, under my eyeball, and I'm like, I'm not getting that back. It's still there. Ugh. Under no circumstances. You always hurt yourself in every stream. Honestly, I do. It's because I have glass skin and paper bones. I'm so vulnerable to damage. He ignores the real questions. Can the chat answer me where he's from and why his accent sounds forced? I'm fucking Australian, mate. My accent, and my accent sounds forced because I can't speak. Case in point. Let's see. Pretty sure it's paper skin and glass bones. Fuck! God damn it, I can't even... I misquoted a SpongeBob reference on the internet. Like, fucking crucify me. I'm done. I'm cooked. I just got back from a D&D session and saw you alive and clicked so fast. Hell yes! Wall, we love D&D in this house. I'm just one of those fancy Australians. No, I'm an Australian who watched too much Simpsons growing up, and it gave me, like, a weird periodic American inflection. It's crazy, like, when I was living in Australia, like, people would ask me all the time if I was from the United States, and literally the only answer I had was like, nope, I just watched too much Simpsons. Like, my entire vocabulary as a child was just Simpsons quotes, and that genuinely affected my diction and how my words sounded. You know what I mean? That's all it is. Right now I'm just like putting off I've got the eyeliner to do. And I know that's gonna be a pain in the ass. And people are watching me do it, so if I fuck up, I'm gonna be made a fool of. As an American who watched too much British comedy, I feel you. Oh, good grief. I don't talk to people enough in real life to worry about my accent. Accent? Okay, let's see. Do you like Harry Potter? I do not like Harry Potter. And not just because J.K. Rowling isn't in vogue anymore, although that is a big reason for it. I always thought Harry Potter was kind of a dick. The guy, not the franchise. And I was like, hey, fuck that guy in particular. As a kid, it wasn't really based on everything. Like, right now, you know, I don't like Harry Potter because J.K. Rowling is a huge transphobe and is absolutely, like, fucking shit around on the internet.com in a way that I fundamentally do not agree with and do not want to support. But when I was a kid, looking at Harry Potter, I was like, I hate that guy. I don't really have any reason for that, but he's also a fictional character, so I'm allowed to do it. Like, do you have any like fictional characters who you just like hate, but also it's fun? You know what I mean? Like, do you just see a fictional character and be like, hey, fuck you. I want you to suffer. I want you to, like, fall off a bridge. I want to watch you fall down a flight of stairs and laugh. And, like, you know in your heart of hearts that you're only feeling this because they are a fictional person who isn't real. Unless you think that about me, in which case I am a real person. I do need to remind you that. Pronouns? My pronouns are he, him. He, him. Thank you for asking. I hate some fictional characters. Yes, it's fun. I hate Angelica from Rugrats. Sky He More, I feel like there's vigor behind that. And I can sense it through the chat. Rice Wind from Hey, Angel from Needy Streamer Overload. Never hated a character so much in my life. That is true. I can attest to that. Alright. I think it's time. Let's try this. I don't know why you popped up on my homepage, but you look neat. Thank you, YouTube user Felice Appieno. I think you look neat as well. That was the wrong way to point. Where's the point forward? Thank you. Only character I hate is Pikachu. I want to toe punt that rat. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's like the vigor, the violence that like would be insane to feel about an actual person who exists. But like a cartoon character? Fucking great. Your uniqueness is dope. Thank you very much. There's no one else I'd rather be but me. Also hate Amy from Sonic. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Now we've gone too far. Alright, I'm doing it. Wish me luck. God, I'm gonna fuck this up so bad, I can tell. Okay, only a little bit of squinking, only a little bit of bleed, but that's okay. Ooh. Okay. You going out or just dressing up for fun? It's just a thing I like to do on stream. Gives me something to do. I like chatting while putting paint on my face. Sometimes I chat while putting paint on little plastic miniatures. Or resin miniatures. Which are these ones? I need to stop Nightbot from banning people who use emojis. I like emojis, but if you use more than 3 of them, Nightbot, like, shoots you with a gun. I play orcs. Am I cooked? No, we love orcs in this house. Half of my content is just orcs. Ooh, okay. Alright. Not too bad. It's a small eyeliner wing, but I think I'm gonna... Is Nightbot transphobic? Hell yeah. Hell no, it's not. Yeah, if you use, like, I don't know why, but sometimes if you use, like, if you use 3 emojis in, like, a single post, Nightbot is like, okay, I have there's a 50-50 chance that I punch you into the sun. You use 4 emojis, it becomes 75. 5 emojis, it goes to your house and burns it down. Alright. I play dwarves? Hell yes! Lawrence Sullivan. I feel like I would like to play dwarves, but I'm starting with orcs first. Someday. Someday. Have you unbanned the skull emoji yet? Unfortunately not. The skull emoji has to stay banned because bad actors ruin everything for everybody. Okay. Stop pushing Nightbot. It's gonna delete you all. It's gonna delete all these messages, and then when people are gonna go back and watch the VOD, they're gonna think I'm, like, screaming at myself. Everyone's gonna be banned. No! 40k is a bit much for me. Yeah, it can be. That's why I bought a whole bunch of these, like, little resin-printed miniatures. From the Magic Dungeon in Melbourne, Australia. I think they're from, like, Pluto Minis. But they're really cool, like, they're really high-quality, like, resin prints. And I'm very excited to paint them all. Very excited. May I ask why the skull emoji is banned? Because it's used by haters and trolls. And, like, it's a really efficient way for me to just, like, easily just, like, block people from posting who are, like, saying gross things. Okay, I need to make this wing a little bit longer. The other wing is far longer than this one. Just gotta even it out. Okay, now I get to color it in. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, no, I fucked up. Oh, God. Oh, it's not too bad. I feel like this process uses 100% of my brain. Because I'm like, oh, I don't want to fuck this up. I kind of did. But you can't really see it on the camera, so that's fine. What about the skull and crossbones emoji? I think I've just banned all skull emojis. Honestly, which is unfortunate. I love painting them. It's cool that they can be printed now. They used to be metal and a pain in the ass. Oh, God. Again, I don't understand metal minis. They seem like more trouble than they're worth. Okay. Alright, I think... in terms of the eyeliner wings, ain't too bad. Okay. So here's my trick with eyeliner. I don't actually, like, go it over all of the eye. So I basically just put it sort of up to the corners of my eye, like I have now, and then using another eyeliner brush, which I guess I'll use this one for now, I get a nice black shade of eyeshadow. And then I just sort of, like, dab the black over half of my eyelid so that it sort of looks like the eyeshadow is gradiating into the... gradiating. I try to say fancy words. Yeah, so it looks like the black of the eyeliner sort of, like, moves into the eyeshadow. Oh shit, just gotta blend that out a bit. I like this brush for, like, putting down the very faint layer of black there, just sort of squink it in. It's a very thick brush. And I'll use this little blendy brush. It's already got a bit of red on it. To sort of blend it all together. In fact, I'll put a little bit of red on my brush here, the same red that I used before. And sort of blend that all together. So sort of smooth down from the red to the black. Okay, I need to put a bit more black on the right eye. Gorgeous, thank you. YouTube user Daisy Sanchez. I try my best. I try so hard all the time. Okay, the black eyeshadow is a little bit uneven, so I'm just going to even that out. Then again, you're sort of seeing me from a 3/4 angle, so it doesn't really matter that much. Unless I highlight it with this fucking mirror. Are you a drag queen? I am not. Drag is like its own art form, and its own sort of culture and aesthetic. I'm just a guy who likes to do makeup. I don't even think there needs to be a word for it. I don't even think there needs to be a word for it. Okay. Now I'll give it a bit more of a blend with the red to sort of blend it over. Like Sweeney Todd, Ethan has lived in Australia. Did Sweeney Todd live there? I thought he was British. He was a criminal, so that makes sense. Was it trying to be me? Nah, you're good. I could sense the genuineness. Like, I could feel it through the text. I can tell a traitor and a hater from a mile away. And yet somehow I always fall for a D's nuts joke. Maybe I do that because it's subconsciously funny, you know what I mean? Dude, you're so pretty. Thank you, YouTube user Robin. I appreciate it. Stop. clearly he's never attended the Taylor Sweeney Todd. I have not. I don't, like, I'm not super into musicals. Like, I've seen a couple in my tormented history, but I'm not, like, a musical guy. I've listened to Hamilton, but then again, everyone has. Everyone's listened to bloody Hamilton. Alright. How are we looking? Looking pretty good. Red and black stripes is one of my favorite patterns. Where'd you get the top, if you remember? Cadence Eaton? I don't. I'm sorry. That's, I always have this problem. You know what I mean? Like, I always have, if, like, I either can never remember where I get my clothes, and if I can remember, then it's almost always, like, out of stock or gone. Like, any time I've been able to say, yes, definitively, here's where I got this, this is the name of the product, this is the brand, this is the store that I can buy it from, and here is the URL, internet address to directly get it. Every time I say that, out of stock. Unavailable. Was originally a scam and has been taken down and investigated for crimes. Every time. 100% bar none. So if you ever ask me for where I get my clothes and I just don't answer, that's why. Also, I always forget to do that, because I either can't remember, or if I do remember, I go, yes, I do remember where I got this, I will answer this question when I have some spare time, and then I clear the notification, and then it never happens. I'm bad at internet, and I'm also bad at communication. I'm bad at friends. I'm pretty sure you got that at Berserk, Ethan. Maybe I did. Berserk.com.au for all of your alternative fashion needs, provided you live in Australia. If you don't live there, it's from somewhere else. Also, I have to be very careful with this shirt because it is the exact width of my body. If I make my chest any wider, it becomes translucent. Like, I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but if I, like, stretch my lats out, it starts to become see-through. But luckily it doesn't come through there, like... I don't know. Who are your favorite authors? Raspberry Rachel. I don't read enough books. I should read more books. I read a lot of Warhammer books, so a lot of books from the Black Library. I don't know if I have a favorite. Maybe Robert Rath. He was the one who wrote The Infinite and the Divine and The Twice Dead King, I think. He makes some Warhammer books that I really enjoy. But outside of that, I do need to be reading more books, honestly. Like, I really do need to be reading more books because I should. I should be more well-read. No nipples in this. Yeah, I think YouTube will. Yeah, YouTube will blow me up if I try to show nipples. Actually, I don't think that's the case. Have I gotten away with nipples before? I think I've gotten away with nipples, but then I'm just like limited monetization, but not completely demonetized, mind you. You goth or emo? I guess. I don't know, man. I'm just vibing. I'm just a weird little guy. Hey, 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 hey. I'm a weird little guy. There's nothing in this and I'm sad. I love you, Harry Styles. Oh, shut up. I'm getting Eldar vibes. That probably sounds right. YouTube user Roman King. I feel like if it weren't for the connotations of the Eldar and, like, Slanesh in general, I feel like I'd be a Dark Eldar player. Like, they got the whole goth thing going on, which I like. But I don't want everyone to think I'm horny all the time, which is apparently what they do if you play Dark Elves. Unless you really lean into the whole pirate thing they've got going on. That's kind of the thing with Dark Elf players in Warhammer 40,000. You're either horny or a pirate. Never both. That I don't understand. You say little, but didn't you say you're like 6'3"? Maybe. You'll never know how tall I am, and you'll never know how old I am. That's my solemn promise to you. Thank you. I love my wife. I don't need more than one! What am I gonna do with all of these ginger ales? No, I can't do that. Not enough space. Can't do it. That's why I haven't put on lipstick, because I'm thirsty. Don't. I didn't do that. I love your top. Thank you, Starling Grim. Where did you get it from? I think I got it from berserk.com.au. But chances are, if I got it from berserk.com.au, then it's no longer available. Because I swear to God, half the things that I buy there are great, and I love them. We love berserk.com.au in this house. It's the fucking only place in Australia that you can get good alternative fashion clothing, other than Dangerfield. But I swear to God, every time I buy something, the day after, gone. It's a small outfit, so I get it. 6 feet and 24 years old? No! One or both of those is incorrect. I won't say which, and I won't say how many. That's for you to learn. Nice Freddy Krueger shirt. Thank you, YouTube user John Doe. It is very Krug-esque. It's like Freddy Krueger like hitting up the club in the 80s. Which I imagine he did. I've never seen The Adventures of Freddy Krueger. What movie is he from again? Is he Friday the 13th? No, that's the Alien. Ethan is 7 years old and 10 feet tall. I mean, I'll never tell. I'm not 7. God damn. I love it. Anytime I'm wrong about anything, like, the chat is immediately like, Nightmare on Elm Street, Nightmare on Elm Street, Nightmare on Elm Street, Nightmare on Elm Street. You remind me of that Shrek 3 villain. Oh, shut up. Stupid. The amount of times I've been compared to a Shrek character is 2. Which isn't a lot, but it's strange that it's happened twice. Do you like Godzilla? YouTube user Lex? I was gonna say I've never seen a Godzilla movie, but that is a lie. I have seen Godzilla movies. I saw the one that came out in like the 2010s with Bryan Cranston, and the only thing that I remember is that my best friend from high school smoked a bunch of weed before seeing the movie, and when they were showing like, you know, the fucking nuclear exploded section of Japan in, like, ruins and tatters and completely overgrown with life, there was, like, a stray dog that ran across the screen, and he, just super loudly in the middle of the cinema, pointed and went, "Dogzilla!" And that was my first experience with a man smoking weed. Also, I saw Godzilla vs. Kong, and that movie fucks, man. Like, everyone's like, oh yeah, you know, Godzilla, it's like, you know, it's the metaphor for the bomb, and like all of the movies with Godzilla are like these really like poignant, like narrative, like masterpieces. No, I want to see the movie where the big fucking lizard fights the big fucking monkey, and they go ham, and it's great. The opening of Godzilla vs. Kong is literally like a fucking like tournament matchup, both like leading to the two of them. That's cinema right there. Fucking love Godzilla vs. Kong, man. Yes, the music is from the hit motion picture video game Hard Space Shipbreaker. Hard, spelled hard, space, spelled space, ship, spelled ship, breaker, spelled breaker. There's only 2 words there, and I'm gonna let you join those up as you will. And Betty, that sounded like a slur. Godzilla. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Somebody else says it. Aunt Betty pronounces Godzilla with an R at the end. And it makes me deeply uncomfortable. Where are you from? I am from Canada. That's right, that's right, that's right, that's where I live. I live in Canada. Originally, I'm from Australia. That's where the accent comes from. But right now, I live in Canada, and I like my little life. It's my little home. Heartbreaker ship space. Hello, YouTube user Caitlin. What's poppin'? Right, am I missing a step? Do I need to do anything else here? Look at my lashes. Why not? Play this video on stream. I don't know how to do that. I straight up don't know how to do that. I need to, like, open it up in a browser and then, like, change all my audio settings. Everything that I have right now is, like, held together with duct tape. Okay. Literally, I'm just putting this face on to take, like, one selfie and then go have a shower. Like, that's really what it's like. I'm just doing this as an excuse to, like, stream, you know what I mean? Because I like talking to you all, you know what I mean? Ooh, love your outfit, thank you! YouTube user mushy square bracket 3. That's not a square bracket, that's an angled bracket. Exclamation point. Well, I love your outfit as well. I can see it. I'm always watching. Hello, I like your makeup. Thank you, YouTube user Ali K. I very much appreciate that. I like you. I like you. I think having fangs would be nice. They're overrated. I mean, I'm fanged up enough as it is, and, you know, it makes eating apples a breeze, I'll tell you that much. Get to orcs and show them. YouTube user the McCrag Citizen. I don't have any orcs on my table right now because I actually cleaned up my fucking desk for once. Or my desk is actually clean for once. I don't know if I did it. I do, however, have, I got these, like, I've shown this off a bunch already, but I fucking love them. I got a bunch of, like, 3D printed resin minis while I was in Australia. And this is an orc, technically. But he's like a World of Warcrafty and like fantasy orc. And I'm really excited to paint some of them up. I think, yeah, there's this one here, which I've already, like, I got a little bit of a head start on. I was sort of in two minds about, like, doing a stream painting these minis, because, like, they're not Warhammer, so I don't know if they have the broad brand appeal, what have you. But, I don't know, I just like painting minis. Focus, thank you. Maybe I'll throw on a stream and do that. I'll make, like, a video where I'm like, yeah, check it out, I'm painting minis that aren't Warhammer. Shocking. They are Pluto minis, by the way. Thank you, YouTube user I Heart Narcissism. I like the fangs and makeup. Thank you, YouTube user Caitlin. The fangs are just my teeth. That's just how I look. Have you ever heard of or played the game called Dave the Diver? I have definitely heard of Dave the Diver. I haven't played it yet. I can take access to... I can play it through the joint Steam account. That I have access to somebody who bought it that I could feasibly play it. I know there's a lot of controversy around Dave the Diver, though. Mostly because it's not like an... It's like... It was an indie game, but it's like... It's got a big company behind it, and it's not indie. It's got publisher money. But Ethan, you're the Warhammer guy. You have to paint Warhammer. I don't want to be the Warhammer guy. I want to be... Like, I like Warhammer. Don't get me wrong. But I also do other things. Like, someone left me, like, a really big comment on one of my videos, like, a while back. Basically, like, asking me to create, like, 2 separate channels for, like, Warhammer stuff and makeup stuff. And I just wanted to be like, no. I'm not doing that. This is me, baby. If you can't handle me at whatever the fuck this is, then you don't get to handle me at, here's Scrumblo Funko, he is an orc, and he only eats mushrooms, but not the kind that he is, as you'd expect. Yeah, I just did like an orc lore mini tester right there and then. That was bad. That was awful. Most of the orc lore, like, that I create for those little shorts that I do, it's literally just, like, me making it up on the spot. But sometimes I have to go through a few iterations. Ugh. You're the balloons guy. God damn it. God damn it. Hello, how are you? I'm doing well. YouTube user Trinity Lovely 77. I'm surviving and chilling. I don't think I'm going to do any lipstick today. Like, I feel like... I mean, while I'm here, you know, I might as well just slap some stuff on. People are so afraid of others freely expressing themselves, especially when they're confident. That's exactly right. YouTube user LC97, which does sound like an R2 unit from the Star Wars major motion picture franchise. They hate me because they ain't me. No, that's not true. They hate me for numerous reasons. Let's see. Surviving and chilling. Wish I could relate. God damn it. You burn trees? You're asking me if I smoke weed? Is that a euphemism? You can say weed on YouTube, right? I probably shouldn't. I probably shouldn't tempt fate there. Just sort of like natural brown. It's a simple one. I don't even need to put it on both sides. I just gotta go, mwah. Do you play D&D because they're world building and info is great? Thank you. I do play Dungeons and Dragons. Not as much as I would like, though. Back in a... Just gonna sit with that one for a little bit. Back in Australia, I used to play Dungeons and Dragons on a weekly basis because I played D&D with, like, my work group, and as part of that work group was, like, the manager for the place that I worked, so we had control of each other's schedules, and we could make it so that we were all not working one night a week. So I could play D&D once a week, and now I play D&D once a month, and so, like, if someone's sick, or, like, someone isn't able to do it that month, it's like, okay, well... 30 calendar days. I want to do more! I yearn for it. I lust for it. I thirst for it. I can't hear the word weed without picturing the dancing lobster from, like, 2008. That's an insane sentence. That's an insane thing that I read. Digging the fit? Thanks, fan. I'm digging it as well. I like this shirt. I like this shirt and harness combo. I got a bunch of, like, new harnesses, actually, that I'm very excited to use. Because, like... I only really had this one harness. Like, if you go back and look through most of my videos, it's, like, mostly this one. Like, let's be real. But now I have a whole bunch of other ones that I'm also really excited to use. I've got, like, one that's, like, it's, like, no, it's not over there. Is it over there? No, it's not. I've got one that's basically, like, more of this and less of this. So it's, like, it's basically just a bunch of chains that wrap around me. And I've also got one that looks like that sort of, like, gun holster thing that sort of goes around. I'm describing things to you, and I'm doing it poorly, and I understand this. But that's just what I am. Did you enjoy Space Marine 2? Joe Pierce 111, I have not played Space Marine 2. Which is a shame, because I really want to. But they said that it's going to have Steam Deck compatibility towards the end of this year. So I'm very excited and looking forward to that. Because I play all of my video games on one of these fucking things. And I love it, don't get me wrong, but it can't play Space Marine 2. Yet. They said they're adding support for it. But I also don't really trust that, because, like, people have played it on the Steam Deck, and, like, it runs really badly. But it does kind of run, so maybe with some optimizations, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You look like you came out of an 80s pop music video. That's a compliment, and I'm taking it as such. Harnesses for everyone, provided they aren't allergic to leather. That's exactly right. Although I don't think this is real leather, let's be honest. This is probably, like, faux, vegan, fucking something or other. Can you show one of your outfits that you've worn on stream? I can show a bunch. Fucking... I got a whole, like... My AFK screen is literally just, like, old outfits that I've worn. Which is great, because it's a really easy way for me to, like... You know, if I have to, like, run out and do something, it's like, hey, here's more, like, fashion stuff that I've done. Oh god, how do I get it back? I forgot what my hotkeys are, oh no! That's not it! That's not the button that I needed. There we go. Those are cool, thank you. I like them very much too. I'm starting to post them, like, pretty periodically on my, like, Blue Sky account, because I don't use Twitter anymore, and I'm trying to, like, build up an inventory there. So if you use Blue Sky, you should follow me on artofthecat.bluesky.com. I don't know how following on Blue Sky works. But I'm also having fun with, like, a social media that, like, I don't need to, like, think about. Like, I feel like that's one of the biggest things that is really appealing to me about Blue Sky right now. Like, fucking... YouTube, I got like 15,000 subscribers. On like TikTok, I've got like 77,000. Like Instagram is like 35,000 or something like that. And it's just like when you get to a point where you're like making stuff to make stuff for a following and things like that, it can get a little bit stressful. But Blue Sky for me is like I got nothing. No one's moving. Like, I didn't have a big presence on Twitter, and, like, most of the people who were on Twitter moved to Blue Sky. So, like, I got nothing on that platform. I can just be as unhinged as I want, and that is tantalizing to me. No expectations, no results, no nothing. It's great. I think the last thing that I posted on Blue Sky was just a sentence that simply reads, "Just call me Moxie the way I be Frubus." In order to understand that, you need to know the 1980s pop group Moxie Frubus, which I don't think was listened to anywhere outside of my household growing up. But I think it's hilarious, and so I posted it, and I can just do that. I love social media. I want to uninstall all of them from my phone. Ethan Boomer moment. Honestly, listen, I have the body of a supple 20-something-year-old, but mentally, I'm gone. I'm like 65. I'm ready to move up to the hills and detach from society. I'm gonna be a mountain man. I'm gonna kill a bear. Maybe not. Maybe not. So much of my save stuff on Insta is your post because I think outfits are cool. Oh, stop it. Stop it, YouTube user Stygian. Thank you. That means a lot to me. I like it when my work is appreciated. Moxie what? You know, the 1980s pop group Moxie Frubus, with such hits like King of Spain and Barcelona. Nope, Barcelona was someone else. Never mind. Shit. I fucked up. I just want to say I love your orcs. Thank you, YouTube user Vincent27. I love making them just for you. You specifically. I don't do them for anyone else. Only Vince. Okay, gotta go by. Get out of here, YouTube user Snick. You look amazing, by the way. Thank you, JellybeanFan342. I try my best. I try my hardest. Even if I put wet lipstick on and then immediately wash all of it off with a crisp can of ginger ale. Which I think is pretty much what just happened there. But it doesn't show up on camera, so I'm good. White or black primer? YouTube user Tazilla? Well, it depends. Like, I can't definitively say white or black primer because, like, it all depends on the model. If I'm doing a light model, I will prime it white. And if I'm doing a dark model, I'll prime it black. Apparently, a cool Warhammer life hack is if you're painting orcs, you prime them yellow. I was told that by someone when I was at PAX over a couple weekends ago, and it sounded insane to me, but it might just be insane enough to work. That's what I'm thinking about. We're piercing Ethan's ears this weekend, chat. Alright, well, just dox me, why don't you? Now everybody knows that this weekend I'm going to be down at the ear piercing clinic, of which there's only one. Guess I can't go outside. But no, I am going to pierce my ears this weekend, and I am very excited for that. I thought to myself, you know what? It's time. I'm going to modify my body beyond retribution. Ethan getting more holes. Stupid. Hello, hello, hi! Ethan is going to the only Claire's in Canada. Yeah, I am very excited to do that, though. I'd never, like, done anything like that before. Like, no tattoos, no piercings. But I think just, like, a little... I want to get the ones that, like, dangle down. You know what I mean? I want some danglers. That's the second time I've said that on this stream, and I deeply regret it. You really need to Google Dennis the Menace. I know who Dennis the Menace is. I am Australian. Half of the media that we get is from America, and the other half is from the United Kingdom. We fucking love The Simpsons and Wallace and Gromit. That's it. That's our culture. Actually, the Wallace and Gromit thing might just be a me thing. No, there's got to be more people in Australia who like it, because they would play it every Christmas Eve on the ABC, starting from like 6 p.m. And every year we'd watch them. All three of them. And then it turned into a fourth one, but we don't really talk about the fourth one, because, you know, it just doesn't have the same charm, you know what I mean? Oh, God. You gotta let him heal with studs first. I do know that I have to let them heal with studs, and we're gonna leave the studs in there forever and forever and forever. Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. Alright, I think my face more or less done. This is my makeup for the day. This is the fit. I had a lot of fun doing it. But I think I'm going to slowly start wrapping up here for now. Because, you know what, it's getting pretty late. You know, I'm going to take a couple of pictures of this outfit. I'm going to post them on bluesky.com. Because that's everyone's favorite social media platform website for the time being. And yeah. I'm going to have a good night doing that. I subbed and liked. Yeah! We got Joe Maloney, you guys. They're in! Part of the ship, part of the crew. This is all just a recruitment drive for my weird, like, specific cult that I have going on. I shouldn't say that. People will think it's real. Before I do go, there's one last thing you guys might be interested in. I got a bunch of these while I was in PAX Australia. These fucking, like, Space Marine blind boxes. I don't know if you can buy these in North America. Because they've got, like, the Japanese text on them, and I think they're from the UK specifically. You might also be able to get them in Canada, I realized. Shit. Maybe you can get them here. But yeah, there's a bunch of, like, little fucking, like, red minis in here. I think they're supposed to be, like, from the Blood Angels specifically. But, I'm gonna paint them blue. I'm gonna paint them blue, and I'm not gonna apologize for that. The pauldrons are bare. I can paint them any color that I fucking want. I subbed and liked, my man. Can I get a shout out? Yes, we got Tazilla on board. I'm pronouncing that with a hard T, and I don't think that's correct. But I'm going with it. Tazilla. Tazil. Space Marines, finally. I have a bunch of Space Marines, is the thing. The only problem is, most of the Space Marines that I have are, like, from the Leviathan set, so they all look the same. So I can do, like, a lore video on, like, one Space Marine, and the next one is going to be borderline identical. With the Orcs, they're all brimming with personality. Except for just the standard boys, because they're all exactly the same. But you could kit bash them a little bit to make them interesting and unique. I don't know what I mean. Ooh, those are cool. I know. I subbed and liked. Yes, we got Toasty on board. I want to get more Space Marines. You should buy an entire box of Space Marines. Buy one of the Christmas boxes. They're like $300. How are you in Japanese? I'm doing well. However, for tonight, I think I'm going to start wrapping things up now. I got my face on. I got my outfit. Not going to bother with pants because these are just like fucking pajamas. My little socks. Ugh. But yeah, I'm going to start wrapping up for the night. It was a pleasure to be back online. I'm very happy that I can get online and do more streams now these days because I'm back home. And yeah, I hope you stick around and keep on for the next one. Because I'm going to keep doing them for you. You specifically. Nice position. Yeah, I immediately regret doing that. Oh, God. Anyway, have a wonderful night, everyone. And just remember that if all else fails, you always have Plan E. I'm gonna let you ruminate on what that means. Because I don't fucking know. What am I talking about? Alright, where's the quit button? God, I know it's around here somewhere. No, there it is.